Good afternoon, all. Myself, Dicky Chavda, partner Lucky Exports. Welcome all of you to another session of CICU Women Entrepreneur Forum in collaboration with GIZ, without whose support this session would have been possible. On behalf of our worthy President, Upkar Singh Ji, and my WAF members, I extend warm welcome to our esteemed guest speakers, Dr. Latika Dhuria, Incubation Manager, Banasthali Vidyapeeth, and Mr. Mukesh Verma, Assistant Director, MSME Ludhiana. Welcome, ma'am. Welcome, sir. I would like to share a quote of Swami Vivekananda, one of the greatest sons of India. There is no chance for the welfare of the world unless the condition of the woman is improved. It is not possible for a bird to fly on one wing. Henceforth, it's rightly said, women are the pillars of society, and women are empowered, and the whole world is empowered. Gone are the days when women would end up their entire life within the four walls of the house. Like the male counterparts, women nowadays are writing fresh stories of unprecedented success with their wit and hard work. More and more women are expanding their entrepreneurial horizons and venturing into an unprecedented range of business areas. The greater choices are now available to women in the fields of employment and has been the major driving force their upheaval as bureaucrats, professionals, and executives. And now, when Oxford Dictionaries has declared Nari Shakti as a Hindi word of the year 2018, evidently we can estimate the influence women are having on the world during all these years. Taking these thoughts in my mind, Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, popularly known as the engine of growth in the country and incubators of entrepreneurship, has emerged as a torchbearer of women empowerment. MSME is empowering women entrepreneurs through its different schemes, helping women spark their talent and build their own identity. And I believe same goes for CICU, who is supporting Women Entrepreneur Forum relentlessly. Thank you, Prachi. It can also be easily inferred that Indian government has been incessantly involved in revolutionizing the role of women outside the four walls of the home. Women nowadays take risks, trust their vision, and settle for nothing less. Women have become harbingers of change. Now, to take forward the session, I would like to invite Mr. Gaurav Sharma, technical expert, MSME, INNO, GIZ India, and introduce our esteemed guests. Over to you, Mr. Gaurav.
Everyone, and a very warm welcome from CISU and GIZ. I am Gaurav Sharma. I am the technical expert, GIZ MSME No project, and I work in Punjab. I take care of the operations in Punjab. Before we move ahead, I would like to introduce a word about GIZ. Maybe most of you are not aware what GIZ and what GIZ is and how it works. So GIZ is basically German Development Society, which is commissioned by Ministry of Economic Cooperation and Development, Germany. It works primarily in the fields of energy, private sector development, agriculture, climate change, and sustainability, largely contributing to the sustainable development goals. GIZ is implementing a project in partnership with Ministry of MSME for modernization and innovation promotion in Indian MSMEs, which is called MSME Inno, wherein we work directly with VMOs, which are industry associations, academia partners, which are colleges, and incubators for innovation and entrepreneurship promotion. The project works at an ecosystem level and is being implemented in Punjab and Maharashtra actively, with some presence in Karnataka, UP, and New Delhi. GIZ in Punjab works actively with CISU for capacity building of MSMEs, establishing Industry Academia Connect. GIZ promotes gender balanced growth, and hence the project activities are designed accordingly with special focus on women entrepreneurship. Today's session on encouraging women entrepreneurship is a part of existing MSME Inno program being run by GIZ in association with CISU. Thank you very much, CISU, for this act of kindness, and we look forward to an interactive session today. I would also like to inform you that In addition to being representative of GIZ, I'll be moderating the session today. And going forward in this direction, I would like to request Madam Archana Swaroop from Marshall Industries to deliver her special address. Thank you very much. Over to Archana ji.
At the outset, I would like to thank CICU leadership, Mr. Singh Ahuja, for constituting this Women Entrepreneur Forum. CICU WEF is a forum where we celebrate vision and an innate ability to take risks, face down our fears, and blaze on our own trail. Here we work towards enhancing the spirit of women entrepreneurship. Women entrepreneurs play a vital role in the regional industrial ecosystem and a pivotal role to sustainability of family-owned MSME businesses. CICU WEF nurtures and actively promotes women innovation and entrepreneurship through its development programs and networking events. Our mission is to foster economic inclusion, advancement, and empowerment through entrepreneurship support and development. This forum has been envisioned to explore the possibilities of playing larger and more impactful roles of women entrepreneurs in the industrial ecosystem, wherein women entrepreneurs together can fill gaps in the industrial growth of the region. One of the ways is through understanding and utilizing existing schemes and instruments being provided by Government of India for women entrepreneur promotion. There are potential areas such as infrastructure development, ability, marketing assistance, entrepreneurship development, to name a few, where women entrepreneurs can leverage schemes of Government of India. Example, Patna as a prime industrial hub of Punjab has significant improvement potential and in almost every aspect of MSME growth. This would introduce us to the initiatives and schemes of Government of India for women entrepreneur promotion. We also look forward to Banasthali Vidyapeeth, giving impetus to entrepreneurs' growth and success stories which have evolved through GIZ MSME program. I once again thank the organizers and welcome the speakers to this forum. Over to you, Mr. Gaurav Sharma, for taking the session forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Archana ji, for your kind word. I hope these words will be taken forward by the participants today to do their bit in this direction. Going forward, I would like to introduce our speakers for the session today. We have Mr. Mukesh Kumar Verma, who is working as an assistant director with the Development Institute, MSME, Ludhiana. Mukesh Kumar Verma ji is a mechanical engineer of 1995 batch, and he started his career with a private sector organization, worked there for 2 to 3 years, and for last 22 years he has been working tirelessly with Ministry of MSME, Government of India in promotion and development of MSMEs. So we look forward to have a informative session from Mr. Verma. Mr. Verma, I once again welcome you to this forum. We also have Dr. Latika Dhuria from Banasthali Vidyapeeth. She is a PhD, and in her present capacity, she heads the Atal Incubation Center of Banasthali Vidyapeeth. And she has worked more than 15 years in the domain of entrepreneurship development and human resources. I also welcome Dr. Dhuria to this forum today, and we look forward to listening to the success stories which have evolved due to the collective effort of Atal Incubation Center, Banasthali University, and the women entrepreneurs there. We look forward to these impact stories. I hope they'll be motivating and encouraging. With this, thank you very much. And now I would request Mukesh Kumar Verma ji to kindly present on very important schemes of Ministry of MSME, wherein some schemes which are directly focused on women entrepreneurship, whereas there are where we have special provisions for women entrepreneurs. So I would request Vermaji to throw a little more light on these schemes. What are the modalities? What are the offerings, eligibility conditions, etc. But I would also like to inform Vermaji about the time. So you'll be given some 20 minutes. So it is 3:15 and we expect you to finish maximum by 3:30. Over to you, Vermaji. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Gaurav Sharma ji. On behalf of MSME Digital, I welcome all the participants and thanks to CISU and all organizers for inviting MSME DIL for interacting with the women entrepreneurs. As you know that MSME plays a very important role for the development of country, and it nowadays MSME needs special attention from government side. As you know, in this COVID pandemic, this scenario, MSME needs to be hand-holding support from government side. So, Government of India, Ministry of MSME is supporting this MSME sector for the last so many decades, and this ministry is doing very wonderful work, and our all network, our all field offices are also doing very wonderful work for the development and promotions of MSME all across the country. And also, you know that women entrepreneurs play a very important role in emerging the MSME sector also, since therefore Ministry of MSME laid down special stress on the women entrepreneurs, and they are becoming they are playing very important role in enriching our MSME growth. So, not taking much of time, I will speak out the schemes which are especially for women entrepreneurs. On the slide, you are seeing some of the schemes. One is PMEGP, Prime Minister Employment Generation Program. Second is Mudra. Third is Stand Up. And fourth one is Public Procurement Scheme. Fifth one is PMS, Public Procurement, Procurement and Marketing Support Scheme. And last one is CDP, Micro, Small and Cluster Development Program. So, PMEGP scheme. This PMEGP scheme is a very good initiative from Government of India side, and this scheme is starting from since 2008, and it is for educated unemployed youth, both male, female. All the participants, all the beneficiaries can get the benefit of this scheme. This scheme, under this scheme, project cost up to 25 lakh is covered for manufacturing sector, manufacturing activity, and up to 10 lakh for service activity. And margin money, that means government subsidy is given depending upon area, location of the unit, urban or rural. For general category, it is 15 to 25 in urban to area, and for women entrepreneur, SC, ST, OBC, minority, women, ex-servicemen, physically handicapped, northern eastern regions, hill and border area, etc. These all are count in special category. The subsidy varies from 25% to 35%. 25% for urban and 35% for rural area. And in this beneficiary contribution is 10% for general category, and for special category it is only 5% of the project cost. You can see in this slide all the information which I have already speak to you, it is given there. It is very clear how much project cost for manufacturing activity and how much cost for service activity, margin money, detail, and beneficiary contribution. Everything is given in this slide. So the beneficiary need to apply online on the website kviconline.government.in. Next scheme is Mudra scheme. In this scheme, any individual, either it's a new activity or it is a already existing activity, he or she can get benefit from this scheme, and maximum loan amount in this scheme is 10 lakh. And there are three categories named as Shishu, Kishore, Tarun. Shishu loan up to 50,000, Kishore loan from 50,000 to 5 lakh, and Tarun loan from 5 lakh to 10 lakh. And the rate of interest is 10 to 11%. Repayment loan of this 5 year. The repayment of the loan. This is also a very wonderful scheme. Most of the youths are taking benefit all across the country. Next scheme is Stand-Up scheme. It is specially for women entrepreneurs and SC/ST owned entrepreneurs above 18 years, and in which the loan amount is from 10 lakh to 1 crore. Composite loan, including term loan plus capital loan, means working capital plus machinery required. Term loan means machinery required. So up to 1 crore project cost is included in this loan. And purpose for setting up of a new enterprise in manufacturing or service activity by SC/ST and women entrepreneurs. And repay period is the loan is repaid in 7 years with a maximum moratorium period of 18 months. It's also very wonderful scheme, and most of the youths are also availing the benefit all across the banks throughout the country. Next scheme is Public Procurement Policy Scheme. This scheme is for procurement from central public sector undertakings. As you know, there are various central public sector undertakings in our country. Talking about Punjab state, there are about 22 PSUs in our Punjab state, right? Like Railway Coach Factory Kapurthala, Diesel Loco Modernization Works Patiala, National Fertilizer Limited, Nangal and Bhatinda, and there are so many PSUs. So Government of India, Ministry of MSME launched this scheme since in 2012 for the micro and small entrepreneurs. This scheme is specially for micro and small entrepreneurs, not for medium enterprises. Wherein Government of India, Ministry of MSME has laid down this mandate to all central public sector undertaking to procure minimum 25% from their annual procurement plan. Every central government PSUs have their annual plans. In their annual plans, they have to purchase minimum 25% from micro and small manufacturing as well as service provider. Both the category are included, manufacturing as well as service provider in this scheme. And out of this 25% share, a sub-share of 3% is reserved for exclusively women-owned entrepreneurs. And you will be surprised to know that most of the public sector undertakings are procuring more than 25%. Only 25% is mandate from ministry side, but most of the PSUs are purchasing more than 40%, 40 to 5%. It's a wonderful scheme for women entrepreneurs. Next is Procurement and Marketing Support Scheme, wherein any micro and small and service entrepreneur can participate in the domestic fairs. Domestic trade fairs in India. Only you have to apply before minimum 2 months. You have to apply online portal. We have all the schemes online, and you have the ministry should have inform apply online minimum 2 months, so that it takes approval from our side, then it takes approval from DIC, GMDIC side, from station side. A lot of times are it takes a lot of time, so that minimum requirement is you must apply minimum 1 month before the date of that sphere. So wherein the reimbursement or subsidy, 80% subsidy is for general category and entrepreneurs units, and 100% subsidy for women entrepreneurs, SC, ST, Northern Eastern region, physically handicapped, aspirational district units. This is the space rent or stall charges. 100% stall charge is reimbursed to women entrepreneurs unit. And for contingent expenses, 100% contingent expenses is given reimbursed for all categories, subject to maximum of 25,000 or actual, whichever is there. And only one representative is allowed to participate from individual unit, and he may travel limiting to AC 2-tier or from train, or economy class from air. And only any individual unit can participate twice a year. एक साल में आप 2 ही बार पार्टिसिपेट कर सकते हैं, ज्यादा नहीं इसमें. और इसमें जो मैक्सिमम बजटरी सपोर्ट है, मेट्रो एंड ए क्लास सिटी के लिए मैक्सिमम 1.5 लाख तक आपको रिम्बर्समेंट होगा, इंक्लूडिंग ऑल टैक्सेस, जीएसटी वगैरह सब. तो मैक्सिमम जो एक्चुअल सपोर्ट है. और बी क्लास सिटी में 1 लाख, अदर सिटी के लिए 80,000, एंड नॉर्थन ईस्टर्न रीजन, जम्मू एंड कश्मीर, हिली स्टेट्स, उसके लिए 1 लाख तक का रिम्बर्समेंट, इंक्लूडिंग ऑल टैक्सेस. So this is also very wonderful scheme wherein all the participants from all across the country are participating, but especially in Punjab, more entrepreneurs are very interested in this scheme, procurement and marketing support scheme. And the last scheme is micro small enterprises cluster development program. This scheme is only for micro and small enterprises, wherein a common facility center has been installed or created by the ministry. Government of India grant will be 70% of the project cost, maximum of 20 crore. It will be 90% for the CFC if the cluster contains or in the cluster more than 50 micro units are there in the cluster, and all women-owned units or SC/ST units, or it may be Northern Eastern or hill states entrepreneurs. The cost of the project include cost of land subject to maximum 25% of the project cost. All these schemes are specially focused for women entrepreneurs. There are more schemes in our ministry, but these are specially for women entrepreneurs. Now you can ask any question about any scheme. Welcome.
Thank you very much. Questions will be taking up in the end of this session, and I will request participants keep posting their questions, if any, so that we can take them up one by one once we finish the presentation. Mukesh ji, I'm thankful to you that you came to this forum today and delivered these presentation. I understand हम क्योंकि पिछले कुछ टाइम से 3-4 महीने से हम we have changed the mode in which we interact with people. It is more digital now. So slowly we are adapting to this change, and there are hiccups sometimes at our end, sometimes at your end. So this is quite manageable, and we also accept these small hiccups, so no worries. Thank you very much. As far as these schemes are concerned, I would like to share my views also, that MSC CDP is a great initiative by MSME, Ministry of MSME, and this is a great scheme. I can introduce this forum to some of the case studies wherein women entrepreneurs alone are managing an association. They are taking full benefit of this scheme. and they have created state-of-the-art infrastructure for their industries. I'm talking about ALEAP. There is a industry association which runs down south, somewhere in Andhra Pradesh. So down the line, we may plan a similar session wherein they share their experience, how they move forward, and how they achieved. Where another one is yeah. So going forward, in the interest of time, thank you very much once again, Mukesh
Thank
ji,
you. Thank you so
and
much.
I would request you to be there till the end of this session. Uh, and now I would request Dr. Latika Dhuria to present her work, which has been done collectively with AIC, Banasthali University, and GIZ. So we would like to hear from her about the unique approach which Banasthali followed, and their experience with this woman entrepreneur ecosystem and the success stories thereof.
Thank
So
you
with
so
these
much,
words, over to
Sanjay.
you, Latika ji. Yep,
Thank you so much. On
over
behalf
to you.
of
Thank you.
Banasthali Vidyapeeth, I, Dr. Latika, thanks, give my heartfelt thanks to CICU and GIZ for giving us an opportunity to speak on this forum. Thank you so much. So let me first take you through the story of Banasthali Vidyapeeth, our host institution where we started. It is a 1,000-acre campus and it's situated in the rural areas. We have education from nursery till doctoral. In the campus, we have 26 departments and more than 1,000 teachers and 18,000 students. We recently have got the NAC A++, and we are also, got second rank in India today. So we started our journey with 7 students in 1935. You can imagine when, there was not this concept of women education was actually not existing. That time we started in this campus, and it was started by Pandit Hiralal Shastri ji. So with that humble beginning, we are now the world's largest residential university for women. We have nurtured over 250,000 women till now. Our strong focus is on value inculcation, character building, and nationalism. Globally, we rank number 2 in women universities. In the same breath, we have created a world-class ecosystem for women startups in India. In association with Niti Aayog AIM, Ministry of Electronics and IT, and MSME, we envision to build ourselves as a national center for women entrepreneurship. We are creating a conducive environment for women startups to grow, providing them with a lot of confidence and vision to scale their ventures. What we provide. So let me first take you through. Our focus is only on the women startups. So for them, we have created a customized hybrid program, keeping their challenges in mind. Like women have a lot of challenges to do at their home, their offices. So they can't come here and incubate themselves for 11 months and 6 months. So we have customized program, keeping the challenges of them in our mind. So we have extensive one-on-one mentoring. We give a dedicated mentor to each of the startup that come here and incubate with us. We have a dedicated portfolio manager here that works specially with the startup throughout the time they are with us, and after also when they graduate from here. Access to industry network, looking at the legacy of Banasthali of 100 plus years. So we have a huge network of industry. We have around 1,000 faculties here who are accessible by the incubation center. We give access to the funding in terms of external funding from investors, and if you're talking about internal investment, so we have our own seed fund in association with Ministry of Electronics and IT. In Banasthali only, you may access 150 plus labs here. So how we develop the ecosystem in the campus, because we start, this startup culture journey from our campus students only. So till now we have oriented 9,000 plus students. So with them, we start our journey. We give them the Ignite talks, workshops, trainings. Then they go to the idea carnivals where they come up with their ideas. and work on them for 3 days with us. We then organize a B plan competition wherein they refine their ideas. They then, some selected ones, go through the customer discovery program where they take the decision of whether to take this idea forward or not to take this idea. We then every year organizes Vice Chancellor's Innovation Challenge. From this, we incubate our student startups and faculty members from the campus. So here are some of the glimpses of the events in the campus that we do for our faculty members and students. So the students are getting some cash prizes, and through this only they start working on their MVP and POCs. These are the startups of the campus now. So now what programs and what initiatives, what strategies we have for the startups, women startups in our AIC Banasthali. First, we start with We Ideate. It's a pre-incubation program. We then go to the Womenpreneur program. It's an incubation program of 11 months. It's a flagship program. Then we come to We Sprint. It's an accelerator program of 6 months. We then come to We Invest. It's again an accelerator program for the women startups who are looking for raising funds only. We then come to We Corp Innovation Program. This we are doing in support of a corporate. Recently, we have launched this program, and today is the last date of the application. This program we are doing in collaboration with NBC Bearings, a CK Builder Group company, wherein they have given us a problem statement, and the startups would be solving it. And the one who is able to do it, he or she would get a seed fund from the corporate. This is a selection process of our startups. So We Ideate in pre-incubation program, we usually take in-campus startups, maybe scholars, students and faculty members. Next comes to incubation program, we take the idea stage startups, POC, MVP and the startups who are into early revenue stage. In our accelerator program, we take the startups who are into revenue stage. If we're talking about the startups sector-wise, so this is, the startups that we have from, we have startups from agri-tech, biotech, medtech, edtech, digital, fashion, HR tech, water, energy, manufacturing, CSR. So what impact Banasthali has created till now in the society? So our startups in and all have created 17 IPs. They have created 900 plus jobs. Until now, in the span of 3 years, we have incubated 65 startups. And in and all, they have raised a fund of 11 CR, including external and internal funding. We're talking about our collaborations that we have done in government. It is with AIM, NITI Aayog, Ministry of Electronics and IT. They are supporting the startups who are into early stage. And Ministry of MSME, it is again providing seed fund to the early stage startups. We have various national collaborations with various corporates, research organizations, investment firms who are supporting the startups in and all. If you're talking about international collaborations, our accelerator program is well supported by GIZ. We are also supported by Erasmus program EU, and recently we have been associated with University of Munich eBridge Alliance program. Now I have glimpses of AIC Banasthali. So this is the gallery of the building wherein we put the startup products. I hope you can see one of the Almira over there. So these are the products of the startups. So this is our ideation room wherein students and everyone comes and do the activities. So this is our co-working space wherein our campus startups sits and work on their ideas. Basically, we are nurturing women startups in science and technology, and we are aiming to nurture even women startups in sciences and technology. So if we're talking about our success stories, our success lies in the success of the startups. So she is Miss Nidhi Pant, the founder of S4S Technologies. Recently, she has received WTI award from Niti Aayog WIP. She has raised, 5 CR till now. She is Miss Preeti. When she came in the first cohort of our incubation, she was earning rupees 10,000 per month, and as of now, in the current situation, even she is earning 10 lakh rupees per month, and she is Hyderabad based. Apart from sciences and technology, we are also supporting the startups who are somehow supporting the society, who are into SDGs. So she is Miss Akansha. She is working for the rural India. She is Miss Pooja. She is supporting the marginalized community of donkey owners. She is making soap out of donkey's milk, and she recently has been come under recently into Forbes under 30. Miss Shehnaz Sheikh, she's from Mumbai. This started in 2014 when she was not with the business. The time she joined, she could able to revive the business again. So she is into agri-tech. This is a startup, though she has not started generating the revenues, but she has raised INR 10 million from various grants. She is making this device for this stillbirth. Recently, one of our faculty member, Dr. Sarika, she is also a startup and she is a faculty at Biotech. She has received, she is a winner of TIE Women Rajasthan, and she would be pitching in TIE Global Competition in Dubai in December. Once again, we have a faculty, Dr. Sophia Khan. She has raised INR 10 million from grants. Again, if you're talking about grant awards and recognitions of Banasili Vidyapeeth AIC, so we have received Devang Mehta National Education Award from HUL some months back. So Mr. Amitabh Khan, CEO Niti Aayog, tweeted some year that at the time we started, tweeted us. So it was, again a good recognition for us. Modi ji in 2018 interacted with the startups of Banasili Vidyapeeth online. So it was again a huge success for us. So Banasili has been nurturing women leaders over generations, and we are creating world-class ecosystem for women startups on India. Thank you so much. So if you have any questions right now, so we can take, else we can take it at the end. Thank you so much. Thank you, Gaurav ji.
So thank you very much, Dr. Latika, for sharing with us your approach to the methodologies, the kind of entrepreneurs you have nurtured so far, and the accolades and recognitions you have gathered over the past years of operation. Yeah, so in fact, by now you must be aware, the participants must be aware that GIZ is working in this ecosystem of innovation and entrepreneurship, and women entrepreneurship is has a different place in the entire ecosystem. So today's session was designed and was conducted with a view to sensitize all of you about this subject of women entrepreneurship, how government is supporting, how some of the incubators like Banasthali are doing. And at the same time, I would like to inform you, or rather tell you, that in your vicinity only, in the town of Ludhiana, GIZ is supporting Central Tool Room. Central Tool Room, Ludhiana is a around 40-45 years old institution in your area, which is working back with MSMEs, providing them technology and engineering support. They have started their incubation center last year, and GIZ is helping them operationalize it. We have by now around 4 to 5 incubators there. Through the session or through the deliberation Dr. Latika had, we also wanted to reflect on the kind of network GIZ work with, so that if we have any applicants or entrepreneurs who are willing to get associated with TR, they will have access to not only the kind of incubators we are working with like Banasthali, they will also have the access to a whole range of mentors a whole range of investors. Like we are also connected with TiE Chandigarh. So it's a different ecosystem, collaboration effort which we are doing, and interesting or interested participants can this networking or collaboration support through the project. So this was the broad idea to spur the ecosystem once again, to have your views also, to so that we can see some of the women entrepreneurs from Ludhiana region joining in. So broadly this was the intent, and I once again thank our speakers. I have one request to Mr. Verma ji, that if he can share the link of and share it later with the CISO, so that the same can be forwarded to the participants, because in such a short span it is difficult to take control or take hold of what all has been discussed. So that's a request. I hope Vermaji will share the link and we can then share it with our participant group. Going forward, now is the time. We are very much well in time. We still have around 5 to 10 minutes with us. If there are any questions, you can post in the chat box, or you can unmute your mic and then speak up, but that would create a chaos. So I would request participants, if you have any questions which are related to the presentation made by Mr. Verma or Dr. Latika, you kindly post in the chat box and we will take it one by one. There is also a feedback form link which has been posted by Robin. So once we finish, I would request you to kindly fill it up. And now is the time for question answers, and we look forward to your questions. There is a question from Chabra madam, that don't you think MSMEs should come up with easy method for funding? Okay, so the question is related to funding, and it is a general impression, it seems, from the question. Sourcing funds is a difficult process. So can our expert just an easy method, an easy approach? Over to the experts. I will also have my views once our expert throw some light on this question.
So in text of this MSME, as we are also supported by Ministry of MSME. So they have various funds for the startups. So like recently some before lockdown also they come up with a competition for idea stage startups and for the students, and it was giving INR 15 lakhs per idea. And to the incubation centers who are the approved MSME incubation centers, they have also this grant for the startups who are into idea stage and looking for the seed support also. So I think it is there in Ministry of MSME. So Gauravji, would you like to add?
Sure. So like Latika ji just mentioned, before this lockdown happened, therefore idea for New India Challenge rolled out by Ministry of MSME, under which there was a seed funding of around 3 lakhs for one idea. There has been, after post-lockdown, CTR has also launched a similar challenge wherein you can submit your ideas. There is no financial support as such, but we are giving free incubation support for next 1 year, and we'll be connecting them to the relevant investors. Mentorship is also free. So these are some of the perks. Now coming down, funding in the MSME domain, like KSG just mentioned, this MSME CTP scheme is very much funding oriented scheme, and as far as I know and as far as I have worked in this scheme, the process I would say is a bit lengthy. It takes from day one, it takes around 18 months to realize your first set of assistance, financial assistance from Government of India. But at the same time, 18 months is not a period that large which a business initiative would take to come in picture in concrete. For example, you work with your DPR, you work with your finances, you work with your business plans. there are buildings to be leased, there are land to be, taken care of. So in short, whenever we start off or we think of starting a new business initiative, it is the time or the process which is important. And as far as I know, access to funding is quite easy in some of the schemes. However, in some of the schemes, it is a bit tedious as well. So my take would be the process is lengthy.
Yeah, it
The
is.
route is not
That's why I
that,
said.
yeah,
For the
yes.
ladies, the route should be a bit easier, I believe. If you are going for women entrepreneurship, the route should be a bit easy. There's so much lined up, the forms and the formalities. So the ladies sometimes they are reluctant to move out and to gather all that thing and then go forward for your funding, MSC's funding. What do you say?
Yes, ma'am. Rather, taking your words forward, because this is a question which relates largely to the women entrepreneurs who are already there in this game. So, what we can
Yes.
do next is we can have another session for you wherein a similar, women entrepreneurs can share how they built the entire ecosystem. I'm talking about a leap. So, though I'm quite aware of the schemes which are there and how people have taken benefit of it, but I cannot, explain it in front of you, or this forum would be too short to have that explanation here. So let's look forward to what best we can do in this direction to resolve some of your doubts, or if at all there are some misunderstandings. Thank you very much.
I think that it's more of misunderstanding rather because
Yeah,
people feel that when we're going through government schemes, it needs large number of papers, there are more formalities, and long period, like 18 months. Nowadays, the generation, they just want everything very quick. They won't wait 18
yeah.
months.
Well, on a lighter note, when Ministry of MSME say is offering around 20 crores a project, so they will definitely do the due diligence required at their end. So
Yeah.
beyond this, I
But you
cannot
know the
comment anything.
generation.
Yes, I know. I very much know the generation. So for that, these startup programs are there wherein we can, instead of government, we pitch in our ideas to angel investors.
Yeah,
And
I know that.
with the help of those angel
But right
investors, we
now, we're
take
talking
this
about
forward.
MSME and not the angel brokers.
Right, right. So no, in if I talk about the Punjab region, the angel investor network is Punjab is very active. I don't know about
Right.
Ludhiana, but in
It is.
Chandigarh it is doing wonders. It is doing
It is
wonders.
doing hair also. Ask me. It is doing hair also. Let's go ahead.
Yeah. So there are no more questions, seems.
Archana,
So it
you want
means
to put some
the
question? I think Archana or Vimmi might be liking to put some question.
yeah, you
Vimmi,
can
unmute yourself.
simply unmute yourself and ask the question straight away.
Please unmute yourself.
Question is for Dr. Latika. Could you please send us a detail of the online programs for women entrepreneurs? You can to us later because you know
Online programs in what sense?
सर अभी तो मैं एडिट में हूँ सर आप थोड़ी देर तक कर लेंगे सर
The incubation program and acceleration program that we do is, virtual as well as physical both. So may I know what type of virtual programs you're talking about?
Ma'am, some short time online, programs for women entrepreneurs. If you could have your brochure for the same mailed it to us, it would be nice. You could
Definitely.
go through it in detail and pass it on to the other.
You can put in the chat box.
I'll
And
put it in the
I think,
chat
yeah,
box.
yeah.
Sure.
Heather,
Maybe I
anyone else, please put the question. She just wanted that brochure for the
I
online.
just want the details of online short
Yeah.
programs for upgrading skills of the
Yeah.
already of women entrepreneurs. If you have any short-term courses, so you can send it to us later, ma'am.
Archana ji,
Yeah, that would be
so
very
I
nice.
will be share other programs also that we do. So, and that
Yeah.
are coming in the coming months or coming days also. You can definitely apply and take the benefit of it.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Latika ji. Thank you, Archana ji, for your requirements, for your question. Thank you very much, participants. Now, going forward, I would request Madam Vimi Bajaj from Bajaj Limited deliver vote of thanks on behalf of CISU. Madam Bajaj.
Thank you, Gaurav. Yeah, thank you, Gaurav. Thanks a lot, Dr. Latika and Mr. Mukesh Verma for giving such an enlightened session and educating the existing and budding entrepreneurs of Ludhiana, women entrepreneurs of Ludhiana, for their future ventures. I would like to thank Gaurav Sharma also from GIZ for moderating this enlightening session. Thank you, Karji, Women Wing, for providing a platform where all could gain the knowledge from speakers' expertise. I am thankful to all participants for their valuable time. Hope we can be able to keep this impactful work in the future also. With this, I conclude this session. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. Thanks to guests.
Thank you, Vimiji.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Verma. Thank you, Gaurav, and thank you, Latika. It was a lovely session.